am the Witch of Jasmine, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a reading for Aries moons. How are you guys doing? I gotta get my cards. I forgot to get them. Hold on. I keep them, I'll show you. I keep them tied up like this because I keep them in this little box and it just helps them not get all over the place. I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Aries moons, I hope you guys are doing well. There we go. Yes, if you haven't seen any of my newer pick a card videos, I have new cards. I hope you guys like them. I absolutely love them. They are so cute. There we go. Oh, that one too. Okay. And that one too. Very nice. But my spread is still just the same as always. The same oracle card here. And then the physical stuff here, inner stuff there. All the same. And your cards are coming out very quickly. I like to see it. We have all reversals. That's very interesting to see. Reversals are not always a bad thing. It depends on the card, but that's just an interesting note. But let's take a look. Let's see what this is about. For our oracle card, we have... God, even that was reversed. Energy. Yeah, I can I can tell there's a lot of energy here with the speed that they came out in. We also have Virgo as well as the... Oh, I always get these mixed up. I believe this is water. I'll double check, but I believe that's the water symbol. It's the start of Virgo season, right? Like any day now? I don't remember the exact date. Okay, yes, Virgo and water energy. All right, let's take a look at your cards. We have Three of Pentacles reversed, the Fool reversed, Queen of Wands reversed, Four of Chalices reversed, the Holly King reversed, and Knight of Wands reversed. This deck down here, the Green Witch Tarot, it is based off of the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot deck, but they're just some of the names are a little different. So this Holly King here, if you can't tell, it is the equivalent of the Hermit card for those of you who are more familiar with tarot. So with this energy card, it tells me that whatever this reading's about, whatever we're working on here, there is lots of energy surrounding it. There's a lot of progress. There's just a lot of things happening. Perhaps in a chaotic way, but just a lot. It's a lot, right? With this card, it acknowledges that there's a lot of work to be done right now. There's a lot of things to settle and work through. And it also emphasizes how important it is for you to continue with those things right now and do not get burned out, right? How to navigate all of this correctly so that once this chaotic time has passed, right, you can move back into that more simple, calm time. So all the things that we're going to talk about in this reading here today are things that I encourage you to take with you and apply to help all of this energy to help kind of not necessarily calm it down, but to work with it in the most effective way possible and to help carry you through this. All right? Sounds good. So starting here, we have the Three of Pentacles reversed above the Four of Chalices reversed, which of course is Four of Cups. This is card, Four of Cups. Oh, I'll show you close. we have this person here who has these cups in front of her, but she's kind of looking bored, disinterested, whatever. You know, not very happy or satisfied with what she has. But you'll see that this person back here is offering out a cup, right? That she's just not looking at. There is an opportunity for more that she just can't see right now, right? So this card is about apathy and struggling to move forward. So reversed, it's like I said, we're moving forward, right? Instead of just looking at the cups that you have and being upset with it, you're saying, all right, where can I find a cup that I want? Let me figure this out, right? With Three of Pentacles, that's all about collaboration, teamwork, working with other people. So I think with this situation in particular, you might be looking at the people around you and feeling that sort of way, looking at the people in your life. I feel like more so like coworkers, classmates, like kind of those people you see regularly and having a problem with that. But it's important for you, and the way that it's put here makes me think you are already doing this. It's important that instead of focusing on those things that you can't really necessarily fix, they're just things you have to deal with, you have to put up with. Instead of focusing on that too much, you're doing a good job of turning that away, right? And being like, well, can't stand that coworker and my boss kind of sucks, but thank God I have this friend here. You know, thank God I have this one person who I can talk to. So continue doing that. That's really, really good. That's very helpful right now. As far as having this Fool reversed, it usually indicates the beginning of a journey, right? But with this reading, I'm not super feeling like you're starting anything. I feel like the energy of the Fool here is more so about, again, just as you're going forward, being careful to not be too reckless, right? Well, I'll say this first too. We have Holly King reversed, which tells you that you might have been doing a lot of inner work, a lot of inner self-reflection, a lot of shadow work, things like that. And that's really good. But when we have that reversed, it's telling you that you've done enough of that, right? It's really important to look inward and to do self-reflection and all that. Like, that's definitely something everybody should do. But it does get to a point where too much of that can really hinder you, right? So having that card reversed tells me that it's also a good time to maybe pause that, right? Not stop forever, of course, but to pause that and kind of just focus more so on the outer world, more so of like putting what you've learned into action, right? And the reason why you want to do that and what you want to focus on is trying to not be reckless, not necessarily saying, not necessarily saying you are, but just going forward, right? You don't want to make any reckless decisions. You want to make sure you're well prepared for what's coming ahead, things like that. And again, the other great thing about this card is that it tells you that everything that you need to go forward, you have figured out. You already have it within you, right? You found those answers inside of you. Revisit those things whenever you need. And let those things that you have learned propel you forward in a very thoughtful way. Being prepared, like I said, not being reckless, but also at the same time, not losing the fun of the Fool. Look how excited she is, you know, just going out into the great unknown. Don't lose that. Try not to get too caught up in all of this, right? So, yeah, this is what we don't want here. This Knight of Wands reversed is someone who's burned out. Knight of Wands is someone who's able to work very hard for their goals. They have a specific thing in mind and they're going to do whatever they need to do to accomplish that goal. So yeah, reversed, it's someone who's burned out. It's someone who's exhausted. So during all of this, you know, craziness that you might be going through right now, you really want to be careful to not get burned out, right? Because what could happen, again, with this Queen of Wands reversed, is it'll turn back on yourself. Feeling frustrated with yourself, feeling too overbearing with yourself, expecting too much out of yourself. You don't want to do that, right? I mean, especially when you've already like spent all this time with inner reflection and all of that. Like you don't want to go overboard and then kind of mess that up, right? So let's go ahead and pull another card to figure out what is this all leading up to, right? What is in the near future? What can you look towards? Why are we having all of this energy? Where is this leading towards? Eight of Swords. Oh, let me adjust this. Hold on. Okay, that's so nice. Eight of Swords upright is about being stuck in your own negativity. It's when you've been in a bad place, right? Whether it was your own fault or somebody did something to you, whatever. And it's struggling to pull yourself out of that, right? So Eight of Swords reversed is pulling yourself out of that, right? Recognizing like, hey, I've been in an awful place, right? This person did that to me, or this happened to me, or whatever. The world just seems to hate me. I've been put in this spot and I hate it. Or, you know, I did this to myself. I'm worthless. I'm so awful. Like just getting out of that, right? Because there's a time and place for that kind of thinking, right? I mean, if you're feeling negative, you're feeling negative. It is what it is. But at some point, after you've felt those feelings and learned the lessons and dealt with all of that, it's time to pull yourself out of that. And I see that's what you're doing here with all of this. You are getting yourself out of that place that you were in. You are taking those steps to say, I'm not happy with the way my life is. Regardless of what happened before, I'm going to push forward. I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to grow from this. And I'm going to get myself out. So yay for you! This is one of my favorite cards to see here. Eight of Swords reversed. That's a tough one. It's a tough one. I think it can be really hard, especially when you're just so low. But the thing is, I think sometimes if you don't pull yourself out of those things, you just end up digging the hole deeper, you know? So you gotta get out while you can. And you're doing that. That's amazing. So I hope that all of this helps and gives you some guidance about where to go from here. Again, remember that all of this is temporary. At some point, to me, it feels like chaos. I don't know if it actually is, but this chaos, all of this energy will at some point dissipate. Things will at some point calm down. But you're doing the right thing, for sure. For sure. So, all that being said, if you have any questions or if you'd like any part of this clarified, please let me know. You can leave a comment or you can just reach out to me, whichever you prefer. The best place to reach out to me is on my TikTok at The Witch of Jasmine. I also have an Instagram account if you'd like to reach out to me on there. It's very small. I actually really don't like Instagram, but I made that account just in case that's the most accessible place for you. Feel free to find me on there. So, I'm wishing you lots and lots of luck, Aries moons. You guys are doing so good and so proud of you for getting yourself out of that. Yeah, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you again soon. Bye!